Hey guys, I overreacted. I'm super cringe, and a subscriber wants me to reconsider backing the M1D. There's a lot going on. So, first, my overreaction to Sovol commenting on my video. It wasn't an overreaction, not at all. The reason why I say that is when I said I was a fanboy of Sovol, was not kidding. When I said I purchased a lot of their products, obviously you see some of the products I have, like the SV08, I wasn't kidding. When I said I would call companies out, I also wasn't kidding. Last year, when I purchased the SV08 Max, or backed during its Kickstarter phase, I never really created public videos about my whole backing of that machine. I could have. So during that Kickstarter phase, Sovol was giving out printers to a lot of different YouTube channels and different places across the web that I found out. And Sovol was sponsoring a lot of that content about the SV08 Max. During the Kickstarter, in the Kickstarter's comment area, I called them out about what was being advertised on YouTube, well, sponsored content, on sponsored articles. I called them out in the comments. And I'm going to have the comment pop up right here so you can see it. But I basically said, I would like some clarification on the enclosure kit and whether it includes the chamber heater or not. From two, one confirmed as sponsor and the other might be, sources, they claim the $199 includes a heated chamber. Now, I'm not going to say the names of those sources, but you can see it there. Again, as a self-proclaimed fanboy of Sovol, I will not let that stop me from calling them out. And as you can see from this screenshot, I called them out, right? Now, you can probably say, well, you're just complaining to complain. No, I'm going to show the screenshot from the article. I'll even link the article in this video, the description, from the sponsored content from Yanko Design. They're probably going to take it down now, but you can see it said that there was included chamber heating. Anyway, Sovol with their boilerplate responses. Now, remember, this is what they do. This is what all these companies do in this space, to be quite honest with you. But this is why when they commented on my video about the M1D not being worth it, I kind of went in on them because this is what I saw from even, again, a year ago when I backed the SV08 Max. They pretty much, thank you for reaching out and giving us the opportunity to clarify. We truly appreciate your attention to detail and understand the importance of accurate communication, especially when it comes to technical features like heated chambers. So you can read through that screenshot right there, okay? And for anybody, if you guys backed the SV08 Max, you can go into the comments and see these were actually real. This is not me faking any of this. But I also want to point out where they say we also reached out to the mentioned content creators to ensure that any communication aligns with this clarification. Your feedback is very valuable and helps us ensure a better customer experience. Sounds familiar, that response, doesn't it? Obviously, I didn't check the YouTube channel, but the Yanko Design article never changed. Not at all. And now you guys see why I'm the way I am with sponsored content and why I don't believe in sponsored content. That's why it's never coming to my channel. That's the reason why I am the way I am. I'm going to always be the one to call out these companies. Again, if you send me a product and it's bad, I'm going to say it. I buy the product, it's bad, I'm going to say it. If the community helps out with a product and it's bad, I'm going to say it. If it's good, I'm going to say it as well. Whether I buy it, whether the community helps with me, or whether a company sends it to me, I'm going to be brutally honest. I'm going to be frank. That's how I am. I'm very super cringe too. Now, let's go back to this. In that same comment area of the SV08 Max, of that Kickstarter, the fanboy in me comes out and writes this. Because I guess there was some commotion that, as I stated in my first video of this, that the M1D is not worth it, where I said I have lots of experience with their printers not coming with basic profiles and stuff like that. I wasn't kidding. So in this, I was supposed to write, if this is your first Sovol 3D printer, welcome to the Wild West of 3D printing. No offense to Sovol, but if you are expecting Bamboo Lab or Prusa levels of filament profiles, you backed the wrong printer. There is a reason why those other companies sell their printers for higher prices. Software/profile integration. Now you can read the rest of that. Go ahead. And everything I said in my video about the M1D not being worth it, and how I have a lot of experience with Sovol printers, helping other people get more out of their Sovol printers, but just me knowing that you have to be a tinkerer to buy Sovol printers and really love them, because again, that's why I love their printers, because I love to tinker. My field is repair. So I always like to take and fix problems. So maybe I'm not so much of a super fanboy of Sovol as I am more of a fan of being able to fix things. I think that's probably what it is. But no, I'm also, again, a fan of Sovol. Just because, as I said in that video, their price to potential performance is what I love. But the M1D, unlike the SV08 Max and SV08, it hit a price range where I even said it in that, again, the screenshot, you shouldn't expect those levels of profile, filament profiles, and etc. But now with this price point, my expectations are to have those creature comforts, not even creature comforts, but actual, I'm buying this product in the same as a Prusa and as a Bamboo Lab printer. I expect to have those same common features, those same common quality of life features, if you will. As you can see from those screenshots, I wasn't bullshitting you. And so my reaction to Sovol comment on that video, it's not an overreaction, because as I said, Sovol has stated these things in the past about their other products, and nothing changed. Nothing really got better. So now you expect me to give you $1,500 to $1,700 for a printer, a premium price, and not call you out for the lack of really enhancing the customer experience, the features, and all that other stuff. But more on that later. You have all that. That is some of my receipts. I have more of me being a Sovol fan, but calling them out, okay? So I had a subscriber email me, and I'm not going to read his entire email. I did respond to him already. His name is David, and he pretty much says, thank you for your videos and strong stance on being honest with your viewers, so forth. I have an H2C, it works great. Instead of picking up a second H2C, I pledged the M1D Advance, but not sure if I should cancel. I do not want to tinker. I just want my printers to work great, and I do not care much about the price as long as they work. He goes deeper into other things. If you do not go ahead with your pledge of the M1D Advance, How would you know if Sovol listens and implements all of the community feedback? So he made a point. His stance on this is right. Is how am I going to know if Sovol is listening or if they're just going to continue to do the same stuff that they have always done in the past if I don't have the printer? Sure, I can look at other creators. Gergo from Gergo Prints 3D. He's a fantastic creator and he's really honest. Now, he's better at massaging the words. I'm very blunt. I'm an asshole. He's he's a likable guy, Gergo. Great job, by the way, Gergo. His latest video about the issues that the M1D has, he's solving the issues. But my point to Gergo and to everyone else, you're not an engineer for Sovol. No, again, this is not me throwing any shade at Gergo or any other creator. While you got the printer for free in your stance because it's a prototype, you shouldn't have to do that. We shouldn't have to fix those issues. Yes, understandably, these are prototype machines in your hands and a couple other creators' hands. You shouldn't have to beta test unless they're paying you. If they're paying you to beta test and find these problems and help solve them, then that's something that I would do too. If a company wants to give me a prototype machine and say, hey, help us figure out the problems, help us fix the problems, and we'll pay you, but you don't have to create any videos about that, then hell yeah, you shouldn't have to do that. That is why they have engineers. That is why they should have QA testing to figure out all this on their own before they send it out. Or if they really need the help from their community, I'm sure a lot of community members, before the M1D was truly announced, they did send out a survey to their community, especially on Facebook, and I'm sure of other avenues, where they're basically saying you can be chosen to beta test the M1D. How many people actually got chosen, or if any at all? But they could have done that. They could have given out 50 of these machines to various people, not just YouTubers, to really test the machine to see what's broken, what's working. That would have been fine with me. I actually would have preferred that. But no, they didn't really do that. Not that I know of. This is what I'm talking about with Sovol, and not just Sovol, but other companies. I am taking a stance that I am not overreacting on any of this stuff. I am, in my opinion, everyone else is underreacting. They're not putting enough fire under these companies' butts to actually earn our money, right? You need to earn our money. Just because you have a product that could be innovative doesn't mean that you automatically deserve our money. You have to earn it. I'm like that to Sovol. I'll be like that to Bamboo. I'll be like that to any Cubit. I'll be like that to Prusa and any other company. I am going to be frank. I'm going to give you the good and the bad, and I'm going to be frank about it. The good and the bad, I'm going to be frank about it. But going back to this man right here, I might end up backing the M1D so I can see firsthand. Again, there are going to be creators like Gergo and others. I want to do as I normally do and pay for it myself. Now, if the community, again, wants to help out with that, I'm open to that. But again, don't feel like you need to help. But if you want me in my unbiased but biased stance, because again, you see, I am a Sovol fanboy that is more than willing to call him out. Hopefully, I'm starting to earn a little bit of trust. Like I said, guys, I'm here for you. I'm here as a consumer. I'm here to tell you the truth. Hopefully, you guys understand that while I am an asshole, I've been hearing that my entire life, I am an asshole for you to make sure that you guys get the best out of the products that you buy, that you get what you pay for, that you don't have to tinker if you don't want to. If you want to tinker, have at it. But if you want to buy a product that's a premium and you feel like you shouldn't have to tinker, no, you shouldn't have to. I give that at least to Bamboo, even though some of their stuff is a little overpriced in my opinion. For the most part, you don't have to tinker. Like and subscribe. I know this is a very, very long video, but I wanted to be completely honest with you. But maybe I am going to pledge. But anyway, guys, like and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.